So, some stuff from Iranians, 23 days of war, and Iran looks stronger than ever. In fact, the last 24 hours, I'd actually argue that has been where they've looked the strongest, you know? Despite all the losses that they've suffered, despite all of the innocent lives that have been killed by the American and the Israeli terrorists, Iran still looks stronger than ever, and they don't look like they're backing down, and they don't look like they're losing this war anytime soon. Let's show you some stuff from the Iranians. So, Iran's Hatam al-Anbiya headquarters made a statement, and they said the battlefield will become narrower and tougher for the enemy. Intelligence and operational commanders of the armed forces, after monitoring, examining, and fully identifying the enemy's vulnerabilities during the first 3 weeks of the war, have introduced new offensive tactics and more advanced systems for the new round of impactful operations into the battlefield. The battlefield will become narrower and tougher for the enemy, God willing. So yeah, does it sound like they're scared or anything? Unfortunately, I can't translate that. But yeah, the Gulf's well and truly finished. Israel's cooked and all. After this, America done for. Iran walks away victorious, even bleeding the battlefield. Russia cleans up Ukraine sharpish once that oil money lands. Exactly, man. It's the West is definitely losing on all battlefronts right now. But Iran's Mir warned that even the smallest attack on the electrical infrastructure of the Islamic Republic of Iran would plunge the entire region into darkness. So yeah, we've got a lot of threats coming out from Trump. We're going to get into that a bit more in a minute. But basically Trump's saying that he's given Iran 48 hours to allow passage, like to stop the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, or he's threatening to hit their nuclear facilities and also their electrical infrastructures. So I don't think Iran's gonna give in to that demand, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But you know, won't put it past Trump, because Trump is a terrorist. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Sean, no, I didn't. I did have a quick look on our page, but I don't remember what the video you said that she mentioned me in it. After, if you can remind me, I'll watch it tonight after the stream. Iranian air defences also shot down an F-15 fighter jet near Hormuz Island after it was intercepted over the southern coast. And do you remember they've been taking down a lot of jets lately, ain't they? Iran, you know. Wow, there it goes. Yeah. Iran's parliament speaker Ghalibaf came out with a tweet, and he said, immediately after the power plants and infrastructure in our country are targeted, the critical infrastructure, energy infrastructure and oil facilities throughout the region will be considered legitimate targets and will be destroyed in an irreversible manner, and the price of oil will remain high for a very long time. And throw down what is in your right hand, it will swallow up what they have made. Damn. Doesn't look like Iran is scared of these American terrorists, does it? You know? We saw the IRGC also released footage today showing Wave 74 of launches targeting the US Sultan Air Base, the US 5th Fleet, and Kamala positions using Imad, Fatah, Kia missiles and drones. So they keep, you know, blessing us with all this footage. You know, so much footage, even though apparently they've got no missiles left.
المؤمنين يا أمير المؤمنين.
Exactly that, Colour Me Bad. Thanks for being on Kick as always as well. Another anti-Zionist pill administered. Talking of anti-Zionist missiles, you're going to see some cool ones in a minute. We had some base Kashmiris come out, and they're showing their support for Iran by donating jewellery and gold. Remember, we saw the woman in Iran doing this as well. They were selling their gold and jewellery and everything like that to help fund the country's missiles, which is an amazing gesture. Yeah, look, they're all donating all their stuff. So W for the Kashmiris. W for the Kashmiris. Iran also announced it shifted its military doctrine from defensive to offensive and adjusted its tactics accordingly. Another W. We said that a minute ago as well, didn't we? Thanks for subscribing on YouTube. We said that a minute ago as well that you know, they've definitely changed their game plan. You know, Iran are definitely hitting them a lot harder in these last 24 hours than I think we've seen since the start of the war. So yeah, interesting to see how this plays out, if they'll keep this offensive sort of strategy. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian came out with a statement on Twitter, and he said, "The illusion of erasing Iran from the map shows desperation against the will of a history-making nation. Threats and terror only strengthen our unity. The Strait of Hormuz is open to all except those who violate our soil. We firmly confront delirious threats on the battlefield." W. Jazz said, "No new wars. I think the West has an illusion of democracy. The Western democracy is capitalism / corruption." I agree. Yeah, free Kashmir, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm not really too educated on the Kashmir stuff. I know it's like a dispute going on between the Indians and Pakistanis. I had a couple of people try to explain it to me, but I haven't ever really looked into that one too much. Maybe I should. Couple of Burks, thanks for tuning in, brother. And also the IRGC released more footage of dozens of drones being launched against US and Israeli interests. Yeah, they keep blessing us with all this footage, don't they? Definitely showing us that they're not weak like the Americans keep claiming. And we've got another video. So look, it's actually a popular movement that's started in Kashmir, where Muslim women are donating their gold and money to Iran. So we've got a couple of clips as well. Yeah, so we've got that video there, and we've got another one. People in Kashmir continue to donate money and valuable personal possessions to support Iran amid the ongoing war with the US and Israel. So W for the Kashmiris. W for the Kashmiris. Yeah, will Trump's 48 hours deadline pass without Iran's surrender? I don't think Iran are surrendering. Definitely not. Thank you, user. Nice. Thank you as also, man, for always being in the streams. You know, helping support us. And then look, we've got a couple of based Iranian missiles. So Iranians are putting stickers of Pedro Sanchez on missiles, showing his quote that criticizes the war against Iran while thanking him. And he said, "Of course this war is not illegal, but also inhumane. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister." Thank you, Prime Minister. So yeah, I mean, Spain, you know, we've been saying how much W Spain's been having lately. They always seem to be on the right side of history. And yeah, the Iranians are showing their appreciation for that. And also, Iran displayed a drone with a smiling face as it launched at Israel. What was that one they done before? They said in memory of the victims of Epstein Island. They done the one saying this is a vaccine for all the paedophiles. Yeah, we've been seeing some base missiles coming out from Iran. So yeah, W for those guys. Definitely doesn't look like they're running out of them, does it? You know, they're putting they're putting smiley faces on them a lot.